Hello, everyone. I'm really grateful to be here with you today. Uh, I have been thinking about a couple of things. I've been thinking about surrender, and I've been thinking about letting go, and what those things mean. What does it mean to surrender and to let go? And I think about when I think about surrender and I think about letting go. There's a couple of different things that I think about. I think about one of the things that we can do, there's several different kinds of ways that we can connect with the divine, or that we can connect with, what we feel gives us power or strength, or that connects us with our divinity. And one of those things is that we can ask for help from the mystery. We can ask for guidance from the mystery, but we can also really stay open to the mystery and ask the mystery what the mystery wants for us, and what the mystery wants from us, instead of telling the mystery what to do, how to do it, when to do it, how often to do it. It's kind of like, an order in. It's like, oh, the order I put in my order, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? So instead of doing that, what we can do is we can say, well, Creator, what is it that you want for me? Or great mystery, or world, beautiful world, universe, what is it that you want for me? And we can, kind of begin a new conversation where we're a little more open to things. And so, great mystery, beautiful mystery. I ask that you will join us here, and that whatever comes through is what you would have be here. I'm asking for your healing for all people and for the earth. I'm asking that you will connect us back to our true intimacy, our earth intimacy, and that we can ask for your help and receive your help. You, who are the greatest healer, please come and be with us during this conversation and throughout all our days. Welcome. Aho. Amen. Um, So when I think about surrender and I think about letting go, I think about a couple of different things. And one of the things that I think about is I think about there's this. I have this book right here. It's The Fourfold Way. It's by a woman named Angeles Arian. It's called The Fourfold Way. And in this book, you can see it's gotten a little bit of reading. Like, it's been read a couple of times. And my beloved mentor and teacher signed it for me. I'm so grateful. And so when I think about letting go, I also think about something from this text, which she talks about, which is Harrison Owen's Four Immutable Laws of the Spirit. And so I think about the Four Immutable Laws of the Spirit, and the Four Immutable Laws of the Spirit are by Harrison Owens. And they are, whenever it begins, whenever it starts, is the right time. Whoever is present are the right people. So whoever is there, those are the right people. And whatever happens is the only thing that could have happened. Whatever happens is the only thing that could have happened. And then when it's over, it's over. And I think about those four immutable laws of the spirit, and how much, how much time do we spend being at war with, when it's over, it's over. A little bit of time, probably, being at war with it. Can we be at peace with the fact? Can we accept the fact? And so I think that these four immutable laws of the spirit are also, you know, can I accept that whatever happens is the only thing that could have happened? There's this ability to really open and allow life to express itself, and to really accept life, and to accept that, things go the way that things go, and they will always go the way that they go. And then there's also whoever's present is, not up to us. It's up to the mystery. And so whoever is present, those are the right people. And how many times have we not agreed with that, or thought that that was like not the best idea in town? That we wanted different people to be somewhere, or wanted them not to be with us, or wanted them to be with us if they weren't. Or, can we accept that whoever is present, that, whoever's there, those are the right people? And then we can also ask ourselves, well, whenever it begins, is it really the right time? Well, yes, it is. It is the right time. And so, what we do is we get so, I think we get so wrapped up in thinking that we are the higher power, that we are in control of all these things. And we're just people. We're just human beings. We're humble people. We're not gods. But what we have is we have the capacity to be connected to that great and wonderful mystery, that amazing and beautiful mystery that is capable of doing anything. right? That has the capacity to do anything. So I think that what's important is that we're able to recognize that we can have contact with that being or with that power that allows us to make these requests. But also, can we really open and recognize that everything is really a gift? Like when I think about my home, I think about my life, I think about my work. Like, I mean, I know that you have to earn everything. Like nobody gets to like go through life without like earning things. Like we all have to earn our place, you know? So everybody has to earn it. And we have to go through some things in order to learn it. And when we go through the things to learn it, then we earn it, which is something that's really good and really wonderful. And sometimes not, doesn't feel good and it doesn't feel wonderful, but it always has the result of really aligning us with who we are, aligning us with our dream or our destiny or our goal. And so, can I align with this mystery, with this beautiful mystery who wants to take care of me and who has a much better plan than I have? And I always see that, what I've been given is really a gift. Like, I know that, there's nothing I could have possibly done in order to deserve all of this beauty in my life, all of the love in my life, all of the gifts and blessings in my life. What is it that I could have possibly, there's nothing, I am so blessed, right? And so are we counting those blessings? Really interesting in the spiritual identity course last night that I teach. There was one of the things that we're doing is we're doing this gratitude practice where you go from A to Z. Like in the morning, you like decide, you can go in any order you want. You can go from Z to A, but you want to do the whole alphabet, and you want to have something you're grateful for that begins with each of the letters of the alphabet. And I love this. A friend of mine taught me this, and it really is a really powerful and beautiful practice. And what it does is it helps me to let go of the things that I think I need to be thinking about that really I don't help at all by thinking about them. So if it's not helpful to think about them, then it's really better if I put my focus on something that is really a blessing or a benefit for me to think about. And so I think about Harrison Owens' Four Immutable Laws of the Spirit. That's one of the things that I think about. So when I think about surrendering and letting go, I think about, I have to surrender my ideas about what I think is best. I need to surrender my ideas. I need to surrender also just, sometimes we just have to surrender our thoughts that we know is best for anyone else. Like we really don't. We know that we want to support the people we love and care for the people that we love, but really, it is for us to ask them what they want and what they need, and then to honor that, and to also share what it is that we want or need, but to really let go of those of the need um, to have things go in a particular way. Like it's not for us to have things go in a particular way. It's for us to be able to hold that beautiful mystery. So how can I hold that beautiful mystery while also taking the steps that I need to make, or making the steps that I need to make in order to have these beautiful things in my life that need to take place. And sometimes they don't feel that beautiful. Sometimes they don't feel that beautiful, but they're the things that we need to happen in our daily life. So the ordinary and the extraordinary. So how do I, come into that alignment with, how can I have attend to the ordinary in my life, but also attend to how extraordinary my life is. And some of us get so wrapped up in the ordinary that we don't remember, like, oh my gosh, life is so extraordinary. Or we get so wrapped up in the extraordinary that we don't attend to the ordinary things. And so, how can we attend to both the ordinary and the extraordinary, and recognize that they're both needed to make a good life? We have to have both of those things to make a good life. And no matter how mystical we are, no matter how spiritual we are, how can we bring our gifts to earth to have a positive impact here in this world, in this time right now, every single day? Just saying, es muy necesito. So I think that that's a really important thing to be thinking about. And how do we want to engage with the extraordinary? How do we want to engage also with the ordinary? And then, what we do is we want to say, this is what I want. Excuse me. This is what I want. This is what I'm interested in. And doing. And then what's great is that we get to let go of what we want after we want it. Right? We take every action to align with what we value and to align with what we want to happen in the world and in our lives and in the lives of our loved ones to support them. And then what we do is after we make every effort, then we get to effort less, or we get to really let go and allow and surrender these things to a greater mystery than ourselves, which is a lot of things in the world are a much greater mystery than ourselves. Gosh. And so I think about my my stepfather, who was really quite something. An amazing human being. He was a Vietnam vet, and he also was Cheyenne River Sioux and German, and he was quite an extraordinary extraordinary person. And you know how that goes. You know how parents go. You know how that goes. But he was really something. Powerful and amazing, and of course difficult and amazing, and yeah, all the things. But one of the things that we did is he had some friends, the family, Mike and Marion, and they had a raptor rescue center. And I remember this raptor rescue center, and I loved going there to visit them because I'd get to see owls, and I would get to see eagles and hawks, and I remember there was this we went to take care of their place over a weekend. They had somewhere they had to go, and they asked us to care for the raptors while they were gone. And it was overnight. It was an overnight trip, and they had gotten 8 little owls, little beautiful baby spotted owls. I don't know. I think there were 8 of them. There were a lot of them. What I know is that there were a lot of those little owl eyes looking out from the carrier. And I was mesmerized by them. I was just absolutely taken. And so I just sat as close as I could to them while still being the appropriate distance. and they had been rescued. I'm so grateful that they had been rescued. And I just spent all of this time with them. And I have these really beautiful, fond memories of being able to be really close to wild raptors at their home, and I really treasured the friendship and the relationship that we had with them. And there was a time when they asked us. They had been rehabilitating a hawk, and I just remembered my love for these birds. I could fall in love with these birds, and we would go to visit them, and I would spend all my time with the birds, and they would spend their time inside visiting, and I just had this deep love and reverence, and still do, for raptors, for all animals. I have a deep reverence, but there were these relationships that you have the honor and opportunity to build, and they invited us to go with them to release one of the hawks that they had rehabilitated, who had a broken wing, and had been fully rehabilitated and was ready to be released into the wild again. And I remember we were driving up this road, this forestry road, and there was just this absolute breathlessness. There was a sense of anticipation and hope, and recognition that this incredible being, this sacred person, this bird, this raptor, would be able to be free and go home again. And so we went to a place where we were as far away, I believe, from civilization so as we could get, and they took out the carrier, and the glove, and the hawk was able to sit on the glove. Mike had his glove, and the raptor was sitting on his glove. And then I remember just the releasing, and it was almost like a thrusting of the bird, of the hawk, into the air. I remember watching him successfully sailing away and into his true freedom, to his true home. And I don't know that he ever looked back. I don't know that he ever looked back, but he remains in my heart to this day. That being, that beautiful being, that friend of mine remains in my heart till this day. And I know that we were able to think of each other through that time, like we were still and still are in the thoughts, in the web of life, and how we're all connected. And so I think about that moment and just like, are we able to, allow ourselves to thrust our beliefs and our thoughts and the things that really mean something to it? Are we willing to really let them go? Are we willing to see if they have wings? Are we willing to see if they can fly? Are we willing to allow the great mystery to nurture and nourish them? So I was thinking about this friend of mine and these friends of mine, these raptors that I came to know as they were being rehabilitated or raised, and the love that we shared, and that you can feel this love between species, that you can feel this great and powerful gift of love that is between us and with us and holding us, and that moves us toward one another. How can we really move toward one another and carry one another's dream for a good and true and beautiful place to land? And so thank you so much. And I hope that you are well, and that you can surrender what needs to be surrendered while taking whatever steps are most essential for you to be able to make all the steps toward your ordinary life and your extraordinary freedom in the world. So thank you so much, and I will look forward to talking with you on Wednesday.